All right, time now for a look at your newspapers. eNCA Duty Editor Peter Motloutsi joins us, and please excuse us if we are a bit excited. It's not every day where we have, of course, the people we work with behind the scenes joining us right here in studio. Super exciting. Morning to you.
Morning.
Yeah, Peter's one of the team that puts the entire show together for us and then lets us take it to air, which is always a big risk. It's always a big risk. Got two papers for us. The Citizen, don't know what happened. It looks like you've used a lot of your front page for a Bafana photo, but it's okay. We'll make sense of your headline story for you. Will the NPA fight Zuma parole?
Yeah. This is interesting, Gareth and Dumelo, because the background being the refusal by Jacob Zuma to be examined by state-appointed doctors. I mean, you remember he had a surgical procedure on the 14th of August. There have been concerns around his health through his foundation anyway. And then you have Jimmy Manyi accusing the state of second-guessing what those state-appointed doctors were actually telling the judges in court. Yeah. You'll remember they submitted a medical report before when he was sick, a sick note. Now the matter is said to be back in court now. So the NPA is saying, no, we're not going to respond just now. We'll wait until we go back to court on Thursday. Yeah, because, I mean, they did try to have sort of a second medical opinion, right? Yeah. And that didn't work out. So we'll have to wait and see what that response looks like, Peter. But moving on to what paper is this? The Star. The Star. Oh, yeah. This is. I'm seeing Food Lovers Market. Sorry, guys. It's morning breakfast. I'm thinking eggs.
Someone's hungry.
I'm in bacon. I'm seeing Food Lovers. Oh, there's no way Food Lovers Market has a national paper.
Once your show is done.
You got breakfast for us. There we go. We're fine.
There we go. Speak it into existence. All right. But the Star newspaper there, Peter, leading with the rather sad news. I mean, when we see other opposition party leaders saluting Trailblazer Umama Msi before her dedication to serve the people. These news absolutely breaking political, spheres yesterday.
Definitely, and you just wonder now about the impact that it will have on the NFP as we head towards the local government elections. I mean, what she's done, breaking away from the IFP back in 2011, you saw the impact that it had on the party, on the IFP, her former party, where she was the national chairperson for some time. She formed her own party. She contested and won several municipalities in KZN, and even got about 4 seats, if I'm not wrong, in national parliament. I mean, she was there from around 2014 until she was forced to step down as the Deputy Minister of Science and Technology in 2019. Yeah. So it's such a sad story to wake up to yesterday. We had several reactions to this. And even now in the papers, you still see IFP commenting, the ANC, the DA, all paying tribute to her. It's such a sad loss to the politics world.
The NFP were beginning to become one of the parties that were making some inroads, especially on the local government side. Obviously, on the national side, they weren't really there or thereabouts. But locally, especially in areas where the IFP were generally very comfortable with their stronghold, the NFP were starting to steal some of those votes, weren't they?
Definitely. That's why you see, I think we had the Secretary General of the party, Kenan Mdleje, yesterday saying, look, it's such a sad loss. She was one of those female pioneers managing to break away and forming her own party, which actually is still in existence. It's just her and Patricia de Lille right now who are the female leaders who've got their own parties, who are making inroads in national politics. So it's quite sad.
Oh, your National Assembly Speaker coming out and offering condolences as well, that being Nosiviwe Mapisa Nkula as well. So very sad news in the world of politics. We wait to see what the NFP does going forward, because the elections are still going to happen as well, and I'm sure...
It's a countdown. 49 or 50 days to go.
We're counting in days already, are we? Gee.
All right, let's move on to this story now, still in the Star newspaper. The IEC there, did they rescue the ANC? Seems to be the question from the Star newspaper.
It depends which side of the fence you're sitting on. If you are the DA, if you are the UDA, or if you are the EFF, if you are the other smaller parties.
So basically, if you're anybody but the ANC.
But the ANC and the UDM, definitely they rescue the ANC, because, I mean, imagine the ANC not being able to contest for those 93 municipalities. It's a chance for the other smaller parties to come through.
Here's my question. If the roles were reversed, if, for example, I'm going to just throw out a random party, I think I'm going to mention a few just so I'm not slated on social media. If the DA, the EFF, the IFP, the NFP, and we can carry on down the list, didn't submit on time because of, what do they call it, technical errors.
Where they're going to be given the same opportunity.
This is what happens when you work for Joy. You know, your emails don't go through, your IT systems don't work. Anyway, so let's say the roles were reversed. What would the ANC have done to the DA, EFF,
Right.
IFP,
No,
etc.
clearly-
Put the shoe on the other foot.
Yeah, clearly they were not going to be impressed with them, with the IEC opening up this candidate registration list. But on the other side, if you were a candidate turning 18 just a few months after their first proclamation by the minister, now this is your chance to actually stand as a candidate. This is your chance to go and cast your vote. But then it depends on which side of the fence you're sitting on.
Yeah, but what's the perspective of the IEC, just for clarity's sake? Why did they take this decision, do they say?
Well, the IEC is saying they have to, as ordered by the court on Friday, they have to ensure that the elections are held within the stipulated time period. We're now waiting for the final proclamation by the minister after the weekend registration, which is happening, I think, in 2 weeks' time, on the 18th and 19th. After that, then the culture minister will actually have a final proclamation, because based on the order of the Concord last Friday, they have between the 27th until the 1st of November to hold this election.
All right.
So it's just a matter of time now, where we're waiting for the next 2 weeks to see when exactly are we going to have these elections.
And we're already seeing studies coming out as well that we're seeing a decline in numbers for the ANC. It was the Ipsos poll. We had that earlier as well. The Star newspaper also talking about it as well. Peter Motloutsi, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Love the sneaks, love the jacket. Not the last time you're going to be here on our set. We'll even get you coffee next time. We'll get you a mug.
Thank you.